Are you ready to take your photography skills to the next level? In this video, we're diving into some of the ways that you can get more comfortable with your camera. Very soon, you'll be shooting with much more confidence, and I will break down a few things you need to get started to take stunning and professional looking photos. Stay all the way to the end to learn about how to get your free Notion template to help you keep track of your progress into becoming a part-time product photographer. This template is a game changer and it'll make a huge difference in your product photography journey. Getting into it. Don't let the fear of not understanding your camera hold you back any longer. I've heard some pro-level photographers say that they've had their cameras for years and still have not fully mastered the camera that they use. I can appreciate that because I understand how much technology is in my R5, the R6 that I'm filming on, and my little M50 that I started on. All of that being said, your lack of experience using your gear should not stop you from practicing and taking your skills to the next level. Here are some tips to get you started. Number 1. Familiarize yourself with your camera settings and controls. Spend some time exploring all of the buttons, all of the dials, and the menus on your camera. Look up the meaning of any symbols and settings that you don't understand, and try adjusting them to see how they affect your images. Take note of the different functions of each button and dial and learn how to access the different menus and settings. Look up the meanings of any symbols or settings that you don't understand. This will help you understand the full range of your camera's capabilities. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably still have the box that your camera came in. Go find that box. Inside that box is a thick little notebook. It's called a manual. It's meant to be read by the end user. Just to let you in on something, you're the end user. Read it. Now, I try very hard to create a very welcoming environment to new camera users because in the past I have felt a little bit of snobbery coming from more experienced users that is a little off-putting at times. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have ever interacted or encountered a little bit of artsy-fartsy attitudes from more experienced photographers. It's very important to me to be kind to one another, especially when we're all in different phases of our creative journey. Number 2, experiment with different shooting modes. As a beginner, using shooting modes can be really helpful. Most cameras have several different shooting modes that allow you to customize the settings for different types of photography. For example, you might use landscape mode, obviously, for landscape, portrait mode for, of course, portraits, and so on. Trying out each of these modes can really help you see the differences that the settings make to each style of photo. Number 3, once you have a general understanding of the different controls and settings, you can start experimenting with them. Take a few test shots and adjust the different settings to see how they affect your image. This will help you understand how different settings impact the final image. And it'll also give you a better understanding of your camera's capabilities. Not all cameras are made the same, so this is going to vary from camera model to camera model. Once you gain a little bit more experience, practice using manual mode. For me personally, manual mode still terrifies me, and I've been shooting for about 2 years. I mostly set my settings to AV, aperture priority. While shooting modes can be helpful, they can also limit your creative control. To really get to know your camera, get into shooting with manual mode or TV mode or AV mode, where you have a lot more control over the aperture, shutter speed, and the ISO settings. Again, this can be intimidating at first, but the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become with these controls. For example, you can learn how aperture and shutter speed and ISO affect the image and how adjusting the white balance changes the color temperature of your image, and how the autofocus and metering modes work. You can also explore the different shooting modes such as manual, aperture priority, shutter priority, and going into custom program mode. And then take the time to learn each one. Lastly, the most important thing to get comfortable with your camera is to take your camera everywhere. I personally have my camera on me, one of my cameras with me at all times, and if I don't have my R5 or my M50 or my R6, I always have, of course, a cell phone. The cell phone is limited, but it's still a good way to practice your composition and practice photography or videography on the go. Don't be afraid to experiment and try out new techniques and new settings. The more you practice, the better your photos are gonna be. Learning being proficient in photography is a long process. By taking the time to getting to know your camera and its capabilities, you'll be able to create stunning images over time that can truly showcase your artistic vision. This is just the beginning, and there are so many styles of photography that are so creatively fulfilling. Consider following me on Instagram and TikTok. I post images and reels, and I use those social platforms to express and share my creativity. Feel free to send me a direct message on those socials or leave me a comment down below. I'm always happy to chat. If you're interested in a free Notion template that I created for people interested in the steps that you need to take to become a product photographer, I left a link at the top of the description to that. Check it out. I also have a video for that Notion template that goes a little bit more into detail, linked up here or up here. That's gonna do it for me, guys. I really appreciate you being here. Adios. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks. Not many people make it this far, and in this last minute, I want to take a moment to get a little personal and share with you some of the stuff, in addition to photography, that I'm working on. The past few months, I've been making YouTube videos, and I'm incredibly happy with my channel and the way that it's been progressing. I want to take a moment to say thank you, and it's really humbling to know that at the time of this recording, 200 plus people have enjoyed my content enough to become subscribers, so thank you. The second thing that I've always been working on, and I do on a daily basis, is read. I'm a huge reader, and I recently finished up a book titled The Lean Startup. The Lean Startup talks about I won't get into great detail here, but what I took away from the book is improving your feedback loop. So when you're talking about a startup or a business that you're creating or a product that you're trying to launch, it's incredibly, according to this book, it's incredibly important to improve the feedback loop. Send a product out there before you think that it's ready, because perfection is always the enemy of progress, essentially. That quote isn't from that book, but essentially that's kind of what I'm taking from it. Get a product out there and have your customers that are using it give you feedback so that you can instantly make improvements on it for the next revision of that product. And so far, that's what I've taken from that book. A few other things as well, but that was the gist of it. I'm also working, in addition to doing photography work, I have a full-time job. I'm working on a few more certifications for that full-time job just to increase my worth within the market, or in the marketplace. All right, let me know if you guys are interested in hearing more about my side projects or anything more relating to my personal life and my creative life. I'm always happy to share. You can leave the questions in the comments below, or you can reach out to me on any of my socials. For real, adios.